is Stephen Olivo, host of BXB Podcast. I'm here today interviewing two of the greatest people at ETG Financial, best loan brokers. Michael Centanzo is actually the COO of ETG Financial, which is a global financial company. And then we have Eli, that he's one of our loan specialists that specializes in business loans and also commercial loans as well.
Thanks for having us, Steve.
Yep. Thanks for having me, Steve.
Well, look, guys, I just wanted to bring you guys on here. This is a podcast for entrepreneurs and people that are, willing to work and get to where they want to be in their life. And one of the beautiful things about ETG Financial is that you guys sell money, right?
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
So, first, Mike, I just want to go in with you and, just ask you, how did you get into finance?
Well, it's actually a strange path that I took. So I started out doing manual labor jobs, kind of like nonsense jobs. Got an opportunity to start with ETG Financial kind of from the ground up. It was pretty much right when they started, getting into their financial services. And then I pretty much took off from there. So, we offer everything under the sun as far as financial goes. So we do personal loans, business loans, investment real estate financing, as well as aircraft financing, merchant processing, ATMs. I mean, you name it, we do it. And ever since I started with ETG, and ETG started about 7-8 years ago, we've just taken off from the ground.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Eli, how about you?
So I've been in the kitchen since day one. I recently got out and into the finance district, and I love it so far.
Yeah. Honestly, something that sometimes it doesn't matter where you started. It's always about where you're going, right?
Absolutely.
And the beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur is that, everybody has their own path and where they're going to lead, right? You were in the kitchen and now you're selling, you're doing loans. How many people would have thought you transitioned from food services to loan services? It's like way
You don't hear that
different, right?
transition very often.
I never would have thought
that's
about
a
the
huge
transition
difference.
myself.
But you want to know something is that a lot of times is we take these opportunities, right? A door opens, it's up to you to accept it or close the door. Now, me being an entrepreneur, I never really close doors. I keep them open, I walk through them, and I invite that opportunity because there's always great things to come. All right. Now, with ETG, you guys been with ETG a while. Mike, what are the loans that you deal with mostly? And what do you always, when you're talking to other brokers out there that are sending you deals? And, what do you recommend? Like, what do you upcoming guys that are trying to get in the industry, what do you always recommend to them of how to deal with a client, how to submit a file, just in general, your business?
Absolutely. And that's a great question. So I deal mostly on the investment real estate side of financing. So I have a lot of people that come to me with rental properties, whether they're long-term rentals or even like Airbnb type rentals, whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, mixed use, it doesn't really matter, even like hotels and motels. My biggest thing with ETG is that we have options and we do creative lending as well. And that's something that I really don't see others in the industry doing. A lot of people, they'll receive a file from somebody, whether it's the client directly or a broker. And if that file doesn't meet their guidelines specifically, they basically turn them away. And I think one of the reasons why ETG has such a high ratio of success is because we don't turn them away. We'll find a way to work that file. We'll find a way to, kind of twist it in our favor. And instead of just being like, no, that property doesn't have a 1.50 DSCR or something like that, we say, okay, it's got a little bit lower of a DSCR, but we find a way to work it. So the creative lending, plus with 550 of the top lenders in the US, then we also have lenders in the UK, Canada, Puerto Rico, South Africa, and Australia. We have options for anybody. So we have options for people with great credit. We have options, for people with the lesser credit. And I really think that leads to our success, is just options and creativity in general.
So tell me about what's some of the biggest deals that you're working on or, have you worked on?
All right. So when I first started, my first ticket to success was we closed just a small $2 million property up in Pennsylvania. Apparently the guy was having a hard time securing financing from the get-go. We were able to secure that financing. That was one of my first bigger checks. I think that was about a $10,000 check. And, that just showed me that we have to be creative, like I said, find ways to get them done. And then, ever since then, I mean, a $10,000 paycheck for one file, you can't beat that.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
That's a great deal.
That's right.
Eli, tell me about it. Tell me about your successes. Tell me about what you always talk to your brokers about. Because I know you had mentioned when we spoke in the past that, you don't really focus on getting clients. You focus more on other aspects of the business on lead generation, whether it comes to brokers or consultants or CPAs, things like that.
So absolutely. I love to target other brokers. It's great to have close partnerships with people in the same industry as us. If they have files that we can't help, maybe we know somebody that can help them, or if they have files they can't help, maybe we can get it done. It's always that mutual benefit through that partnership is a great step to look forward to. So I found a lot of success in working with other consultants, other analysts, other brokers, maybe even people who are doing the exact same thing that we do. It's just great to make those connections in the same industry.
Got it. And I guess you focus more on business
Yeah,
and
I focus
commercial.
more on the business aspect. We also offer personal and merchant processing as well, which are also great options for either someone looking for equipment loans, businesses that need their merchant processing, if they need a personal loan, even to get their startups along the lines of what Mike was saying about creative solutions for problems. At ETG, we love finding a way to get a file done.
Awesome. Well, that's great, man. It sounds like you guys love what you do, right?
Absolutely.
Which is awesome. Now, let me ask you this, so obviously ETG is a global company. You're in multiple countries, right? What are some of the, goals that you may have, right, as a person? And, knowing that you're in a global company, you know, do you guys outreach to those different countries, or do you let other sectors of the company deal with them?
We reach out. So every one of us here actually reaches out to other countries. We even have brokers in those other countries, like I mentioned. And just to start off with the first part of that question is goals is, right now, I think we're in about 7 or 8 territories around the world. Obviously, our goal is to expand. We want to be able to offer these financing solutions in every country around the world. And we're constantly reaching out to other individuals in these other countries. This way we expand our network. So the goal is to definitely be worldwide, to be able to offer these services in every country around the world. And I think that not only is that coming soon, but that's going to really grow the ETG brand. Everybody's going to know us.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Great stuff is at the doorstep.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, honestly, I think that with those type of goals, knowing that, you're dealing with a global company and you're able to expand yourself into those regions, it makes it so much easier for you to go ahead and really maximize on the dollar, right? And on the wealth that is out there, because at the end of the day, people want money. And as long as you guys are giving it to them and you give them the options they need, there really is no failing in finance, right?
And I honestly think there's maybe 1 or 2 other financial institutions that, even with where we're at now with 7 or 8 territories, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 other financial institutions that can, keep up with ETG, or they might be able to offer to a couple more countries than us, but we're right following on their coattails. And I think we'll surpass them shortly.
Nice. Well, me, when I actually got into BXB and obviously, being the CEO of ETG Financial, it allowed me to really think outside the box, right? And I remember when first starting this company, ETG Financial, I was thinking about, you know, being so different than everybody, right? And that's why I wanted to make it a global company. But now starting my BXB company and growing this company and being able to interview the people that I work with, the people that are helping my company expand and become a huge company of what it is, I wanted to do this interview because you want to know something? It's different when, it's just you building something, right? But when you have other people that love what they do and love the company they're with, that's beautiful, right? And I love the fact that you guys love that, right? Because I know I love my companies, every single one of them. So all I ever expect from anybody that's with us is that, you know, be a huge part of what we're doing. Step out there, find those partners that are going to allow us to get in other countries, right? And as the reason I started BXB is to help entrepreneurs understand that, right? Understand that, you know, building a business is one thing, but allowing this business to expand itself tremendously and just putting a working, wheel in place where it's just allowing it to grow every day, and no falling back or no excuses about the economy or anything else. That's why ETG is a global company today, right? Because we didn't let, COVID and every other aspect of blame game or situations come into place. We allowed ourselves to be accountable for who we are. And we kept going forward and building, right? Mike, I love the fact that you're part of this company. And I know that, when it comes down to it, I hear your name a lot around around this office. And Eli, you as well, right? It's something that you guys are going to do awesome. And that's the reason I wanted you on this podcast with me, so that, not only I can have you as a guest on the BXB podcast, but just to, express my gratitude about how great you guys are, and, how I love the fact that you're taking this and running with it as if it's yours. Because at the end of the day, we're one unit and we can only continue to move as one unit, right? So, guys, thank you, right? Thank you for
Absolutely.
that. But
And
now,
we appreciate the opportunity too, because like we were saying, we didn't come from finance, and ETG gave us the shot, and now we're killing it. So, you guys gave us the shot and we're running with it from here. Nowhere but
awesome.
up.
Absolutely. I'm
Awesome.
ready to take it to the moon with ETG Financial.
That's
Awesome.
right.
So let me ask you this. So now, we're all in these different countries, right? What do you guys, what can you tell other entrepreneurs like yourselves that want to do big things? Like, what are, from Mike, you first, is, coming from where you're coming from, all of the different things that you used to do, you know, your path is like, it's what an entrepreneur's path is, really. Right?
Absolutely.
Because it's not a straight, this is what's happening. It's one of these
Everything. That's
situations
right.
and you're finding your way, right? And honestly, that's great because you're not counting on what was taught to you. You broke the cycle.
Yeah.
You're doing what you want to do, not what everybody's telling you to do, right? And you know, with ETG, we give you that space to be your own person and allow yourself to grow within the company, but also within yourself. Because with ETG, you can have your own branch. You can have your own, smaller company under our sister companies. We allow all of these different great things, right? But, you know, there's other brokers out there that are stuck working for companies that pay them a small little salary, and they don't allow them to expand on that. They just give them their salary. They make no commission. They make nothing. What would you go ahead and recommend to these type of people?
So I actually have a lot of friends out there that are going through that exact situation. I have friends who are, mortgage brokers who are writing, 30 to $50 million a year for their companies. And because they get, a modest salary, these companies don't pay them any commission on these huge loan closings that they do. So, and this is my advice to everybody out there who's in that exact situation. I actually worked with a great mentor who always told me, jump out the window, take that risk, jump into it as, 100% commit. And in addition to, doing everything with the loans that we do, I'm also a health and life insurance producer. I run another business. being an entrepreneur is all about hustle. We don't stop. I talk to other brokers. They say, man, you work 7 days a week. I say, of course I work 7 days a week. And my clients love that because I'm always there for them. If they call me and they need something done, it gets done right away. So my biggest advice to other brokers out there, or even people who are stuck in that day job, getting that basic salary, like my mentor said, jump out the window, because you got to take a chance. Otherwise, you're just going to keep repeating that vicious cycle of being broke. Get out here and get this money. There's tons of opportunity.
For real. Yeah, there is. There's a ton of money out there, and it just takes for people to try,
Hustle.
right?
It's all about hustle and grind.
Eli, so I remember you had told me something. You're looking to start your own business soon as well. You're in the process of getting everything done, the legality side of it, and also preparation. Please let everybody know. And again, this is an entrepreneur podcast where we tell each other all the great things we're doing and things like that. So like Mike said, he owns all these other companies and he still does this. So he's a juggler, right? And every
Yep.
one of those companies are successful. Why? Because he's a hustler. He keeps going. There is no downtime. There's no rest. There's no days off. It's nothing but focusing on building his path. Eli,
Absolutely.
so tell me about your path and what you're doing with the catering company, right?
Yep. So as I had already stated, all of my history is in kitchens. I've been in restaurant field since I was 16 years old. So I'm trying to get back to that, you know. I'm trying to start my own catering business. It's been an idea I've been processing for about 2, 3 years now. It's called Knives Down Catering. I'm looking to be started here within the year, maybe year and a half. It's I've done so much in kitchens. I'm ready to apply my knowledge as a chef and as an entrepreneur to get my own business off the ground. And I believe a catering business would be a fantastic first step.
So what
And
kind
your
of ideas do
experience
you
within
have
the
towards
kitchen
it?
industry will help you revolutionize that, especially because you came in as a, kitchen staff. Now you have experience with ETG, being an entrepreneur, being, your own boss and being a boss. So now you'll be able to take all those, great experiences, apply that to your own business and be a huge success in the catering world.
Absolutely.
And
I'm going to take it to
beautiful
the
thing
moon.
is you do merchant processing. So you can make your money that you're spending on merchant processing. You can pay yourself back.
Yep.
Business loans. You can get yourself a business loan and make the commission off yourself,
I can
right?
be my own financial solution.
Exactly. So at least,
Yep.
when it comes to opportunity wise, you're able to build your company. You have all the tools you need, right? And you
Absolutely.
have great people around you anyway. All right. Now,
Yep.
let me ask you this. Moving towards your goals, I know you have a plan in place. What are some of those steps that you're looking to take now? Or what are those, give us a clue of an insight of what you're trying to do, maybe a little ideas.
So, really it's about getting myself secure, you know, where we're trying to make money not just to have it, you know, it's to be secure and to really be okay and do what we be financially free, you know. Nobody wants to have to check their bank account to go get something to eat. Nobody wants to have to constantly watch all of their statements every month to make sure they're
So
still
you're
in the
trying to make
green.
sure your food is affordable then. So you're trying to make
Absolutely.
sure that the cost of your food is more affordable for the average person so that they're not, spending all of this money. I get it. I get it.
Absolutely. And
And
it's very easy to do with a little bit of customer service, a little bit of ability to speak with your customers and come up with a real plan for not just their meals, also the ingredients and everything that they put into it. You know, it's very easy to do something that nobody else has been doing with this.
nice.
Any
And are you
business
looking
is
to
all about
partner with
customer
some
service.
are you looking to partner with like farms so you can get their produce from them?
Oh, absolutely. There's a million opportunities to partner with a million different farms, you know. I need ingredients ranging from every type of fresh greenery to every type of dairy to fresh cheeses, fresh meats. I need everything, you know. And
Nice.
uh, small farms in the community, they're great to work with.
Well, you got to work with the community. Small businesses are built off of helping each other, right? And
Yep.
if you're in a community where, the businesses are not helping each other, you might have to move, right? Because at the end of the day, everybody around you in that circle, the company down the street, the grocery store over here, or the wine and liquor store down the street there, it all comes back to helping you. Because if you have a catering job, you can work something out with the liquor store to give you the liquor at wholesale prices, so they still make money. Then you might
Absolutely.
have the guy down the street that has maybe, I don't know, a grocery store or restaurant or something like that, that you might incorporate some of your stuff into their kitchen. I've heard of this thing where it's like a small kitchen in the back of restaurants that they rent out, and they're allowing you to sell your own food in their restaurant or something like that.
So that's what's usually referred to as a ghost kitchen. So a
What
lot
was
of
that?
bigger companies, it's called a ghost kitchen.
Ghost
So a
chicken.
lot of these
Oh,
celebrity
kitchen.
kitchens, like Mr. Beast Burger, you have the DJ Khaled Wings. A lot of these celebrities though utilize ghost kitchens, which is basically just a select part of a regular restaurant's kitchen that they utilize for another business to make commissions off of.
Awesome. Don't mind Mike. He's still thinking about chicken. No, but those ghost kitchens, that's actually pretty cool. That like that's a smart idea,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Because it allows, again, businesses to help each other. And
absolutely.
I've also heard of this thing on DoorDash or one of those restaurants like that, those online ones, where you can actually make a virtual menu. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I have. There's a couple different programs that do that. I know if you establish your business on Google itself, like through Google Business, they give you the option if you select that you're in the food and beverage industry, they give you the option to do your own e-menu on there as well. So it's pretty easy. There's a couple different programs online that utilize the same software, give you hyperlinks to the menu itself, so you can just make a card, your own business card with a link to your menu on there as well. It's
Nice.
pretty easy. But I mean, for what I plan on doing, my menus are going to be hyper specific to the customers. I want it to be completely tailored around to the needs and wants of the customers, whether it be their dietary restrictions, their personal preferences, whatever, it will be decided with the customer directly.
Nice, nice. So it's more catered to a specific person
Absolutely.
more than anything. So it's like food preparation, maybe those bit different events like weddings,
Yeah, I plan on doing
15s,
everything from
16s, and
meal
whatnot.
prep. I'll do dinner services, party services, event catering, wedding catering. As I said, just meal prep if you want just a meal prep service for your meals throughout the week. You know, I'm trying to do a little bit of everything. Just as ETG is a one-stop financial shop, I'm trying to make Knives Down Catering a one-stop food shop.
Nice. And when should we see it come to reality and come together for you?
By the start
I
of
definitely want to
2026,
have, I want to promote it and let people know it's out there, and, go check this out or give them a call and see what they can do for you.
by the end of 2025, 2026, beginning of 2026, Knives Down should be ready for production.
Nice. And Mike, you said that you do insurance and you also have a consulting firm.
That's right.
So tell me a little bit about the insurance. What kind of insurance you offer?
So I offer short-term medical as well as, ACA, the Obama type care policies. I'm also offering life insurance policies. So if you ever wanted any kind of, term life insurance policy, whether it has the death benefit or, something like a 401k life insurance policy, to where basically you're stacking your financials for a certain term or a certain period, kind of like an annuity. This way, after, say in 20 years you want to retire, you can cash out that life insurance policy, get a big chunk of money, and it's a nice way of retiring. Even with the short-term medical and the ACA plans, if you need some kind of health insurance policy, not only do we offer very, very cheap alternatives, we also offer those ACA plans where you can get premium tax credits from the government, or even if you're lower income, you can basically get free health insurance. And we also have the more expensive stuff, so that if you qualify or if you don't qualify for the premium tax credits, you can get the higher end policies and still get discounts from our services. On the consulting side of things, we help business owners, whether it be for startups. I apply a little bit of the things I've learned from ETG. We do financial consulting, we do marketing consulting. So pretty much business owners and even just regular consumers anywhere can hire our consulting firm for pretty much whatever they need. Just like our creative lending solutions, we can help pretty much anybody because we have the staff and services to do anything.
So let me ask you this, with ETG, you deal with a lot of customers, whether it's, business, commercial, personal, etc. Do you ever cross market?
Oh, all the time. It's key. Cross marketing is key. Even
100%.
within ETG, somebody comes in for a business loan, we're cross marketing them to, merchant processing services, or if they have investment real estate, most of the time they're purchasing those properties under some type of entity, whether it is an LLC or corporation. Again, we're cross marketing, whether it's real estate to merchant processing, business owners to real estate, and same thing with the insurance as well as the consulting. When anybody comes in, so when I work with my clients, I'm all about building relationships. That's why I mentioned the thing about being available 7 days a week to my clients. They're not just clients once we start working together, they're friends of mine. So I'm, constantly offering them additional services in addition to the financial side of things. And, it really helps a lot because when I first started out as a small business owner myself, it was all word of mouth. So I started getting referrals from one client to another client. And that's really what helped my success there is just word of mouth referrals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is the first time I have you on this podcast, both of you guys. And I know I'm going to have you guys on more.
Yeah. First of many. Let us know when you want to do it again.
And
For sure.
you want to know something? I'm happy we did this because I want to be able to tell your story as we keep going, right? And soon, Mike, you started as a regular loan officer with us, turned that around, stepped into management, and now you're a COO of ETG Financial. So, and you deal with our global clients, right?
That's right.
So it's nothing but growth is what it
That's
looks
right.
like for me.
That's
And
right.
you have all your other companies on the side, right? So
That's right.
I'm gonna wanna, always have you guys back on and just hear what's new, guys.
That's
I
right.
love to hear people that, are part of my companies and are doing more, right? That was the reason for having you guys on here because you don't just work for ETG, you have your own goals in mind of what you're doing, and you're using us, ETG, as a way to help yourself grow, whether it's learning stuff, whether it's, finding different key things in the way in your path, right? So again, I'm gonna have you guys on here, down the line to see what's new going on and how you guys are building. But I am gonna make sure one thing is that, commercial loans is huge. We're talking about multi-million-dollar deals. So I am also gonna recommend, that you guys go ahead and I'm gonna put your stuff, your contact information, on our page when we release this podcast and let people know, contact you guys. Whether you're a broker, whether you're this or that, contact you guys because at the end of the day, if they can't send you a deal because, maybe they have all the deal makers over there, but maybe they're not making enough money. I'll make sure that they come into you guys and because I'm going to be also interviewing a lot of different brokers that work for other firms as well, just to kind of see, what are you doing? How can ETG or one of our connections help you? Because as you know, with BXB, we sell small businesses, right? We sell a lot of these loan service businesses that we have other individuals white labeling ETG's platform, where they're taking all of ETG's, all of their products, all of their, different things that we have, CRM, everything that we have, and they're using it under their own brand. So even with them, when I'm interviewing them, these are people that I'm going to introduce to you guys and say, look, contact Mike. Mike is going to be the one to help you with this, or contact Elijah. Elijah is going to be the one to, help you out with this. He'll even do trainings for you guys, because at the end of the day, I want people to learn from you guys that are actually, doing something with this, running with this, and elevating yourself into other ideas of things you want to do for yourself. That's showing people that, you're a true entrepreneur and a true leader. And to me, being on my team of ETG Financial and now being on my podcast, it's great for me because I know, I have some great people behind us. They're building us. When I'm not around, I don't have to look because I know you guys are working and doing what you're supposed to do. And at the same time, helping other people, because it's one thing just to make money, but it's all about helping people, building relationships, and allowing that long-term relationship to be something great. And they're going to introduce you to their friends. They're going to introduce you to their family. And it's all by building relationships. And I'm happy you guys, are doing that for us. And, again, I'm going to introduce, when anybody comes on here that needs to, I'm going to go ahead and shoot them your direction and say, hey, contact Mike. He works with us at ETG Financial, but not only does he work with us, he's going to show you, where he came from, how he started, and where he's at now and where he's going. And that's important, as an entrepreneur and as a person. All right. But guys, we're going to cut this down. I want to say thank you for being on our show today. Eli, Mike, thank you guys for being on here. And, just again, let everybody know how great, you guys are. Right. And then also how at the end of the day, you're here to help people more than anything.
Thanks for having us, Steve. Let us know when you want
Thanks
to
for
come
having
back
us.
on the show.
All right, guys, it was a pleasure. All right. Have
Thanks,
a great
Steve.
It
one.
was a pleasure.
Everybody that's watching our podcast, thank you for watching. And it's going to be great. Keep on watching. We have brand new guys coming on our podcast every week. And we're just here to show you how, other entrepreneurs are doing it and building together. So until next time, it was a pleasure. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Steve.